Hi guys, it's Leah Madden. Today we're going to be talking about the stock exchange and the stock market. What is the stock market? The stock market is a data aggregation of buyers and sellers of stock. It also represents ownership on the claim of a business. And then aggregation is the process of which information is gathered and expressed in a summary form, such as statistical analysis, which is what you see in the picture below. And stocks are financial assets raised by a business or corporations through issued and the subscription of shares, which shares are ownership of a part of the company. The history of the stock exchange. The Dutch Stock Exchange. The first stock exchange in the Netherlands, which was set up by the Dutch East Indian Company, or VOC. It was the first company to issue the first shares on Amsterdam Stock Exchange in 1602. It was renamed Amsterdam Beurs, and the first to officially began trading in securities. The first stock exchange in the USA. The first stock exchange in the United States was in Philadelphia. The exchange was called the PHLX, or the Philadelphia Stock Exchange. It was the first formal security exchange in the United States, and then NYSE, the New York Stock Exchange, followed 2 years later and became more popular than the PHLX. Wall Street Stock Exchange. Before Wall Street Stock Exchange was a financial center, it was the official African captives market, also known as the slave trade. The Occupy Wall Street also brought a lot of attention to Wall Street and the New York financial district as its center economic equalities in the United States. A percent of the bankers, brokers, and hedge fund operators who dominated the global economy and politics in the United States own Wall Street. And hedgers are a limited partnership of investors that use high-key risk modes, such as borrowing money in hopes of making more money. And bankers are people who invest your money that you give them into the listed companies that they tell you. Also, the picture down below explains the African captives route. Popular stocks. Popular stock exchanges are the NASDAQ, the New York Stock Exchange, the London Stock Exchange, and the American Stock Exchange. In these stock exchanges are partners with major companies such as Apple, Alphabet Inc., which is just Google and all that Google owns, the Microsoft company or corporation, and the most important is the Exxon Mobil Corporation, which controls all the natural gases and oils. African contributions to the stock market. Africa's help with the stock market. Africa is highly rich in natural resources. They have a large untapped of natural gases and oils and large exploited hydroelectric power. And hydroelectric power is the production of electric power through gravitational force or the fall or flowing of water. Today, only 10% of Africa's suitable growing land is used to be cultivated, but Africa holds around 60% of the world's land that can be cultivated. This is all important because with Africa's heavy production of natural resources, there's more produced and more being sold, which makes the stock market go up. But if there is less produced and less sold, that makes the stock market go down. Buying stocks. Ways to get/buy stocks are buying stocks through a stockbroker, buying a trade account and purchasing the stock yourself, or you can also be gifted the stock. Now we're going to be talking about the money aspect of stocks, and if you bought a stock, how much money did you make from it? How much money you made on your stock. A simple equation that is used is the closing cost of the stock minus the cost you bought the stock at, divided by the price that you bought the stock at, and times 100. But instead of timesing it by 100, you can also move the decimal place 2 times to the right. An example problem is the stock closes at $68. The amount of money that you spent on the stock is $50, so you do 68 minus 50, which equals 18, divided by 50, which equals 0.36, times 100, which equals 36%, or if you don't want to do times 100, you can just move the decimal place and you still get 36%. A stock trading tip. So the question that's usually asked is, true or false, if the position price drops 50%, then the price then needs to rise 50% in order to hit the breaker. So you buy the stock at $10, which is your break-even point, and then you have your 50%, and then your half of 10 is $5. That's why I put the 5 right here. And then, so if you rise up from 5, because you go all the way down from 50%, you only rise up to 750, which I got that from doing 50% times 5 and then times 3, and I got 750. And then to get to your break-even point, you would have to do 100%. So that question would be false. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, you can comment down below, or you can email me personally with my email down in the description box. Thank you.